Hi everyone, this is Lorraine. So today, one of my favorite authors, which I'm going to talk about, came out with a book. So I thought I'd tell you who my favorite author is. His name is Chuck Palahniuk. This is like where it gets confusing because I always want to pronounce it Palahniuk. And when you look on his website, it says it's Palahniuk. Like the two names combined. And I guess they were his grandparents or something like that. But he's my favorite author. Came out with this book today called Damned. Apparently this book is about a 13-year-old that dies and she goes to hell. And that's all I know about it so far. So I'm very interested to read it. He wrote such books as Fight Club, and the movie is as equally as good as the book. He wrote Choke, which they also have a movie of, which the movie is not as good as the book, in my opinion. But he is a good writer because someone like me with major attention deficit disorder can actually read this, and you continue to have your, you continue to keep your attention, which is nice. I would strongly recommend reading, maybe a lot of you might like beauty videos since you probably came from my other channel. He wrote the book Invisible Monster, which is about someone that basically their face gets burned off. And they used to be like a pageant winner and all kinds of stuff. So it's pretty interesting. He has a lot of really, really good books. He has one about Portland, Oregon that's not a fiction because he lives there. And that's all I really have to say about that. But I'm excited to read this. I've only read the first 2 pages of it. And so far it's good. 13-year-old in hell. I love it. I was gonna like just joke and say my favorite book was the one that is based off what she stars in, Stephenie Meyer, but she's not. Even though the books are very entertaining if you actually read them, but Twilight. Twilight. They're really entertaining if you read them and you don't want to put them down, and they're like these books that are like this thick. But sometimes it's not good to read the books because you get annoyed when you watch the movie. Like I saw the first Twilight movie and I got extremely annoyed because it wasn't like right after the book. And I don't know. I got annoyed. But I love the Twilight movies regardless. But Stephenie Meyer isn't my favorite writer, and she has a lot more recognition than I feel like he does, and he's like the best writer ever. My fingernails look really nice with this cover, don't they? Mm-hmm. So, favorite author ever is Chuck Palahniuk, and I strongly recommend either reading one of his books or watching one of my favorite movies ever, which is Fight Club. And he wrote that. He has a lot of really good quotes, too. Like, one of my favorite quotes is by him, and it is, "We all die. The goal isn't to live forever. It's to create something that will." And another quote that I put in my actual, on my senior page in high school was, "We were raised on television to believe that one day we'd be millionaires, movie gods, and rock stars, but we won't. And we're slowly learning that fact, and we're very, very pissed off." So, he has just like a lot of interesting things to say. So I strongly recommend him to anyone, and I would love to know if you could recommend books that you find entertaining as well down below, or maybe your favorite author or something along those lines. If it's Stephenie Meyer, more power to you. I don't know. I didn't read her like book after I read the first 2 Twilights. Or how many Twilights are there? 3, I think? I have no idea. I read the first 2, and then I started reading the 3rd one, I think, the last one, and it was basically like this porno book that was kind of like bizarre, so I don't know how Twilight is going to be PG-13 because the book was definitely rated R. But I guess it's okay because, you know, whatever, whole different discussion. But best writer, in my opinion, ever. Check him out. Goodbye.